Welcome to Mr. Mystery.
Today we are presenting top 10 places you should never swim. Kipu Falls. Hawaii's Kipu Falls, the Pool of Death, along the Kulei Stream is a scary reminder of the dangers on the Big Island. 5 visitors have drowned at Kipu Falls in the past 5 years, including 2 since December. In most of the cases, the swimmers jump off the top of the waterfall into the pool of blue-green water about 20 feet below, then were pulled to their deaths while attempting to swim to the shore. Kipu Falls has a dangerous reputation due to drowning deaths in a 5-year span as well as numerous other injuries. Due to the drowning deaths, Grove Farms Company, which owns the land where the falls are located, decided to block off the access route. Kipu Falls is a waterfall in East Kauai, Hawaii. Fraser Island. The name Fraser Island comes from Eliza Fraser and her story of survival from a shipwreck on the island. Fraser Island is located just off the southeastern coast of Queensland, Australia, and is the #1 most dangerous beach in the world. Dingoes are a breed of feral dog native to Australia and, like any wild, undomesticated predator, can be extremely dangerous to humans. Spanning 123 kilometers down and 23 kilometers across, it is famed for being the largest sand island in the entire world, bringing over 350,000 travelers each year. It's no wonder Fraser Island is one of Australia's #1 destinations. Especially the area around Fraser Island is crawling with dangerous aquatic animals, sharks, poisonous octopus, but above all sorts of poisonous jellyfish. Boiling Lake. Boiling Lake has formed in an explosion crater. Here groundwater reached overheated rocks and the pressure of steam caused a spectacular explosion, leaving a deep and wide scar in the ground. The crater of the Boiling Lake is 85 by 75 meter large. Dominica's Boiling Lake is the second largest hot spring in the world, though you wouldn't want to take a dip there. Along its edges, the water temperature is 180 to 197 degrees Fahrenheit. Center is too hot to get close enough to measure. Despite the present drop in water temperature, swimming is never allowed in the Boiling Lake. The water can return to its original boiling state with a little or no warning and can be too harmful and dangerous. The Nile River. One of the most daunting possibilities when touring the Nile River is the prospect of coming face to snout with the Nile crocodile. Nile crocodiles typically eat fish, although they are known to divide from the menu. In fact, they are blamed for the deaths of roughly 200 humans every year. The vicious animal tops out around 20 feet long and 1,650 pounds. Hunters nearly caused Nile crocodiles to become extinct by the 1960, but the species has made a comeback thanks to protective efforts. The ancient Egyptians believed the animal possessed the spiritual powers in addition to its obvious physical strength. Because of this, the animal became well represented in Egyptian religion and art. Although they may be tiny mosquitoes, pose a very real threat to residents and visitors to the Nile River area. Hanakapiai Beach. Located on Kauai's Napali coast, Hanakapiai Beach is approximately 2 miles from the start of Kalalau Trail. If you ask a hiker for important advice before going on the Kalalau Trail hike, avoiding swimming at Hanakapiai Beach would be high on the list. This is a rough beach, and the ocean can be mercilessly drag even an inexperienced swimmer until it's not to be seen. The sandy shoreline of the beach can only be seen in summer, as it gets washed away by powerful and dangerously high tides during winter. The currents in this beach are so powerful that bodies of at least 15 drowning victims have yet to be recovered. Unlike most beaches on Kauai, Hanakabiai has no reef barrier to resist the powerful ocean currents. Samaisen Hole. Samaisen Hole in the Gulf of Thailand is a popular deep diving spot. It's also a very dangerous one for a few different reasons. First of all, the depth at 280 feet. This should only be attempted by deep dive professionals with all the right equipment. Another danger is the strong currents of this dive area. One diver recounts a time where he surfaced from his dive miles away from the hole and had to be rescued by a passing deep-sea traveler. The last and maybe most dangerous aspect of Samaisen Hole are the unexploded bombs littering the seabed all around this area, as the site is former military explosives dumping ground. And because of that, giving divers a little something extra to look at and maybe something to be wary of too. Eagle's Nest Sinkhole. Florida's Eagle's Nest Cave casts a dangerous spell over even experienced divers. On October 16, 3 cave divers slipped into the water at Eagle's Nest, a remote sinkhole. From the shore, it looks like an ordinary pond, but beneath the surface, it's shaped like a sink with a long rocky drain that descends into a system of underwater passages reaching 300 feet in depth. Two of the men, Patrick Peacock and Chris Rittenmeyer, were experienced cave divers and set off for deeper sections of the cavern, while their friend Justin Blakely explored an area closer to the surface. Blakely swam to their meeting point, but the others never showed up. He returned every half hour, but there was no sign of his friends. The Amazon Basin. Tourists are especially prone to sicknesses while traveling in the Amazon rainforest. Biggest threat comes from mosquitoes carrying malaria and yellow fever. These are both serious illnesses, so get the appropriate vaccinations before you go to the Amazon. Visitors may also get sick from the local food and water. Even relatively clean food and water sometimes contain different strains of bacteria and microorganisms that foreigners' immune systems are not used to dealing with. This can lead to fever, diarrhea, and dehydration. The basin is 2.7 million square miles, while the Amazon covers 2.1 million square miles of it. If the Amazon rainforest was a country, it would rank 9th in size. Rio Tinto. The Rio Tinto is a river in southwestern Spain that rises in the Sierra Morena mountains of Andalusia. It flows generally south-southwest, reaching the Gulf of Cadiz at Huelva. The Rio Tinto River has a unique red and orange color derived from its chemical makeup that is extremely acidic and with very high levels of iron and heavy metals. The river maintains its color for an approximate length of 50 kilometers. After the 50-kilometer mark, the chemistry that makes the Rio Tinto River so unique appears to slowly decline, as does the odd coloring. The Rio Tinto area has been the source of approximately 5,000 years of ore mining, including copper, silver, gold, and other minerals, extracted as far as 20 kilometers from the river shores. Blue Lagoon. Going to Blue Lagoon is a must for anyone traveling to Iceland. It's the most popular tourist attraction. The land is natural, as is the lava that shapes the pool, but water is actually the result of runoff from the geothermal power plant next door. The plant was built first and it uses Iceland's volcanic landscape to produce heat power. The runoff is filtered straight into the Blue Lagoon, which is what heats the water. That doesn't mean it's dangerous or toxic, far from it, it's just not the natural phenomenon that many people believe it to be. The pH level is 11.3. So that was our list. See you next time!